When people like James Cleverly start saying things like, shoplifting had a corrosive effect on public confidence, a lack of confidence to be able to live your full life is really important. So when people see videos of shops being robbed, it has a corrosive effect. We have to deal with it. He is once again describing problems for which his party bears a huge amount of responsibility.
Yeah, well, we've got the fruit of their actions, haven't we? We're seeing
so, yeah.
it, and it's these community support officers. It wasn't just helping us with shoplifting; it was drugs, people selling drugs in the area and stuff like that. I don't want to go off piece for you.
No, you're not going off piece, because in fact I'm going to dig out that speech from the it was the Community Police Officer of the Year speaking at a Police Federation conference. His name was Damien O'Reilly, Inspector Damien O'Reilly, and I think he'd just picked up Community Police Officer of the Year, or he'd recently been awarded Community Police Officer of the Year. And he was talking about his decision, I think, to leave the job, to redeploy. Anyway, let's find out if my memory is as full of holes as it sometimes seems to be.
Damien O'Reilly, Greater Manchester Police. Home Secretary, you'll remember in November 2010, you presented me with Community Police Officer of the Year award. I say that conference, forgive me, just to show that I do know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I'd worked in inner city Manchester for 15 years. I felt passionate about what I was doing. In 2012, I had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore because the changes that have been imposed have caused community policing to collapse.
So I used to play it a lot, I think, before Brexit, when we could talk about other things. But you're not going off piece, because he would have known people. And if it was me, he'd know my mum and dad. So if you'd said that Jim O'Brien's lad from number 97 was nicking, so he got away, he'd come round and knock on our door and have a word and say, your boy's been nicking from Mike's shop. That's what community policing sounds like, right?
It was brilliant. And a lot of people call them plastic cops. I found them absolutely fantastic.
Well, there's two types. You're talking about the PCSOs. I'm talking about the community police officers who would be fully on the
you got those, and they were supported by the PCSOs.
Exactly right,
and they form a brilliant team.
Oh boy! So, can you remember the moment? I mean, I did this. You might not have clocked it at the time, but when you go from knowing that you'd have the full support of a big system, and that the capture, for want of a better word, of the culprit would be more likely than not, to the point where you first realised, I'm not even sure it's worth phoning this one in.
Oh, it was sometime 2012 afterwards. Just when they closed the local police station, then we had no chance. Trying to get through, to the centralised police station in Preston, it's just impossible.